You know he's got your back. You ready? Upper level conversations for kings and queens. Songs for meditation and better understanding. The truth. The more you listen, the more you know. The truth, so let it be told. This is Double O Black. The truth, so let it be told. We bringing that smoke today. I know you saw the smoke because I wanted you to see the smoke so you can see the smoke because you know I'm bringing the smoke. So the smoke be with us today. And look, and the smoke ain't the only thing that's with us today. Look, we got Outlaw Bandit Loke, Derrick Spivey on the hook with us today. How you doing, blood?
What's going on, big cousin?
You got it, baby. Look, Derrick, y'all, I wanted to introduce him because, you know, he's my first guest on the show because it made sense to identify how we came up with the name, The Truth, so let it be told. If you watch something that we did previously, we had all the different types of truth. So, but you know, in the street, there ain't but one truth. And that's the real truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
So let it be told, baby.
So let it be told. So Derrick and I, we met maybe it was a month, 2 months ago?
2 months ago, approximately. Yeah.
And we was in Georgia.
Yeah, you touched bases with me, you know what I'm saying? And I got the motherfucking Lexus, you know what I'm saying, made it do what it do. Come on.
And you did it. It did what it do. And so here we are today. You know, my boy, Derrick, you know, he did 22 in prison. And so basically, Derrick wrote the book, The Truth, So Let It Be Told. And so for everybody that's listening, let me tell you something. The first thing I asked Derrick, did he plagiarize this book? Because I know Derrick.
Yeah, you know,
Derrick is creative, man. And after reading the book, or while reading the book, man, you know, I just kind of like, a lot of the characters in that book resonated with me from my street life. You know, like you say, never judge a book by the cover, right?
Come on now.
So, bro, what made you write the book?
Well, when I first came to prison, you know, the first thing that they did, they give you a care package. And it's called confined to quarters. Make sure you ain't got no enemies, you know what I'm saying, on the yard, so on and so forth, while they check out what you said during your initial interview with them. And a brother slid me a book. I can even go back further than that. I was in the county jail, brother slid me a book. And it was a Donald Gordon book. And I dug it, man. I dug the way he wrote, you know what I'm saying? He was a street cat and he wrote about the streets. So when I got to the penitentiary, you know what I'm saying, they was sliding me knowledgeable books. You got to have knowledge, you know what I'm saying? We got to stay on our toes, so on and so forth. But every chance I got, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I sought out the cast that had these urban novels. And I read an urban novel, man, by a sister called Sister Soldier. She's a black activist in the New York area. Now, mind you, most of the books that I was reading came from out of the New York area. Kudos to New York, because it was the first of a lot of things, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I was like, we got some stories to tell on the West Coast, you know? And I know that there's other West Coast authors out there, other West Coast companies out there, but like I said, all the books that publicized, you know what I'm saying, that I mean, you can go to the BET movies. They just done one called Dutch, and Dutch 2. They also done one called Be True to the Game. But the Sister Soldier book, man, was the book that made me want to write, you know. And let me go back a little bit. It really didn't make me want to write because I was always writing poetry to women, you know what I'm saying, when I was in school, you know what I'm saying. And I rapped, you know, but the 22 years my cousin was just talking about, it was 10 years off and on at first, and then California has a strike law, so I caught my second strike, which gave me 14 years with 85%. So like I was telling you, a lot of cats, you know what I'm saying, want to be on the weight yard, you know what I'm saying, pumping iron so they can get out, you know what I'm saying, and impress their homies or the home girls or whatever, you know. I decided to get off in them libraries, man. I read a lot of books, and the urban novels touched me. So it was actually the calabash of writing the truth, so let it be told, came from Sister Soldier. So I'm going to give her kudos, you know what I'm saying, Sister Soldier, you know what I'm saying, keep doing what you're doing, girl.
So look, let me ask you this question because it's something that I'm gonna be using in another segment. You talking about the guys being on the yard,
Right.
and you know either you're gonna get into books or you're gonna get into that gym and hit that iron. And so let me ask you a question: are they hitting the iron? I know for when you see the girls, so when you get out, when you got your visitors coming in, you want to be all buffed up. But is there a lot of fear going on? It could that be one of the reasons that they're working out because they got that fear and they want to buff up so that they, you know, people could be afraid of their size because they got that innate fear?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a black cloud that hangs over, you know what I'm saying? Probably every penitentiary, but I know for a fact in California, you know, because yeah, you know, only the strong survive, baby. It's the jungle.
Yeah. And
Jungle.
this bad boy here needs that weight, right? That weight. This is what you need to be pumping.
You know what I'm saying? You could be strong, you know what I'm saying, but if you ain't smart, you know what I'm saying, you're really defeating yourself. You're defeating the purpose. So yeah, you know, so both of them go hand in hand.
Right. So, you know, I actually so we kind of like we're going down this path because you know another segment I'm going to be doing, we're going to be filming later on today is going to be what is a man, and you and I talked a little bit about this fatherlessness thing, and so I actually spearheaded the fatherhood initiative in the state of Louisiana somewhere around 2005. We did the entire state, and we developed scientifically based curriculum in partnership with LSU
Right.
on fatherhood, and it
Okay.
was a excellent program. But you know, one of the things that we actually talked about initially that got me engaged in this was doing the statistics. And it's back then it was somewhere around 78, 80%, 82% of the men in jail were fatherless. Now,
Okay.
before you respond, I want to say that fatherlessness does not mean that the dad is not in the house.
Right on.
You're just not being fathered.
Right on.
So what do you think about that statistic and what you saw while you were, you know, contained?
A lot of the cast that I was contained with, because you only really run with the dudes that you know. And let me go back to my block. I mean, my block, LA is different because we got blocks. And on my block, I can count like two fathers that was there, literally. You know what I'm saying? Out of, you know, 14 houses this way and 14 houses that way. And like you said, it's not to say that the fathers wasn't there, you know, but if you're not present, then you're invisible. And what happens is the mothers end up having, like my mother ended up having to, you know, work two jobs, so on and so forth. So you find your fathers a lot of time on the street, which is your big homies. You know, it's like the blind leading the blind. You know,
Right.
and so yeah, you're right. I mean, you know, I mean, a lot of times the fathers weren't there, so dudes was left up to their own demise. And I think we touched bases on it when we talked about it, you know, before. If a man is raised by a female, and we give kudos to the females,
Absolutely.
and
Hands up, ladies.
right on, hands up to the ladies, you know, because without y'all, you know, wouldn't be no us. But if a man child, especially a black man child, is raised by a black woman or any woman, he's going to take on the characteristics of those, you know what I'm saying, that brings him up. He's going to take on their values. He's going to take on their emotions, so to speak, you know. And we have
Right.
emotional men out there, you know what I'm saying?
Hey man, look, that's a very good point. So the way I always phrase is if you put a duck in a chicken coop,
Come on.
the duck now acting like a chicken.
That's
So you got the females, and hands up, ladies, this isn't against you at all. You know, you doing everything you can. We stepped out of place and you stepped in our place.
come on
You know
now.
what I mean? But what I always say is if you put a duck in a chicken coop, the duck gonna act like chickens act. So
Exactly.
with that, if you take a male a male child, and you put him in the house with other females, and the female dressed the daughters everything to be cute. Now all of a sudden you're getting the boy looking cute. You combing his hair now because you just combed the girl's hair first. Now you're combing his hair the same way. He looked cute. That's
Right.
the word they like to use, cute. Then you put earrings in both his ears. Now look, when I came up, you could only wear earring in one ear.
Come on.
Okay? Because the other thing meant something.
Well, I'm second generation crip underneath Stanley Williams, you know what I'm saying? And once upon a time, you couldn't wear no earrings, period,
Period.
And I'm guilty of this, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it was, everything was to the left, you know what I'm saying, for the crips, you know what I'm saying? Left
Right.
side, so on and so forth. And, with culture, you know what I'm saying? You got me, and I got two, and, but I was raised by a female. You know what I'm saying? So I really understand, you know what I'm saying, the emotions that I had to deal with and that I had to come over or get over, so to speak, because my daddy wasn't there, even though he was there.
Right.
He had somewhere else. So, I think the world is painting a picture, you know what I'm saying, what's wrong is right and what's right is wrong.
Oh, absolutely. We are definitely living in those times, you know what I mean? But going back, we were talking about the male boy or the male adult male taking on female tendencies because of how he was raised. We're products of our environment. You come up around women, you can only help to be like a woman.
Come on now.
So,
truth is the truth.
The truth is the truth. And then, another thing is that you got a lot of men that are incarcerated. You got some of them who are switch hitters. You got a lot of them that's in the hospital sick. So the women only has a small percentage to choose from. So she done stepped into that role. The queen has stepped into the king's chair. So I guess my question is, when the queen becomes the king, does the king become the queen?
I probably couldn't have answered that question, and I still probably don't have a correct answer for that question even now. But we can look at what's going on right now. Time has a way of revealing itself. There's a whole lot of men that should be men that are queens.
Well, absolutely. But think about it like this, too. So I'm going to use the word dumb down.
Okay.
Like Cat Williams call them B-wiggers, B-N-I-G-G-E-R. That's what Cat Williams call them, bitch niggers.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm trying not to use any profanity, but basically that's the term that's being used. But you got a lot of men who have dumbed down. They don't know what their purpose is. They don't have no authority. They live with a 21st century woman who got a $15,000 Birkin bag. She got 2 cars. She got a house. And then she got her kids in the house who call you by your first name. So he ain't got no image.
I'll tell you something. If I'm 30-something years old, you know what I'm saying, I don't have no reason to be calling my mama for a loan. Understand what I'm saying?
At all.
Oh.
And actually, you had no reason to be living with your mama. She should be living with you.
Come on now, or you should be putting her somewhere. So you're right, man. I mean, and it's not all men. The sad part about it is, it's our men.
Our men. That's right. That's right. When I came up when I came up, let me see, my light went out. When I came up, let's see. Oh, bear with us. We new to this. I'll probably hit the power thing. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I hit the power thing, y'all. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. This is our first airing. I take all the blame. But when we came up, when a man walked in the house, I mean, basically, you would speak when you spoken to. And so when I came up, it was sort of like a kingdom principle that we was living under. My father was the king, and what he said was law. And ain't nobody questioned the king.
Didn't nobody eat until he ate. Come on.
And nobody ate till after the king ate. He the one bringing the bread and the butter and supplying the castle.
Yeah.
So a man got respect. He got authority. He had his image, his king image. You know what I mean? But so, look, let's transcend that to today. Most brothers don't own nothing. They living with a woman, so they go from their mama to their woman.
Come
They're
on.
driving her car.
Come
They're
on.
wearing them furry slippers at home while they're watching soap operas while she at work, because she got him at home watching the kids.
Not the days of our life.
As the tide turned, what was that show?
Yeah.
uh, but you know, man, like I say, and it's a whole societal thing. You know what I mean? I even look back at Father's Day. You know, the man is the seed. He's the king over the kingdom. And yet he's not even recognized on Father's Day like women are.
No.
And you know what really pisses me off? When I have heard kids say they mama, or I've heard women or females, I'm going to say that they both father and mother. Now, how can you have a vajayjay and a penis?
You know, man, I see that on Facebook all the time, you know what I'm saying? I'm the father and I'm the mother, you know what I'm saying, and so on and so forth. And thus, it goes back to what we said. We got a whole lot of, you know what I'm saying, them dudes running around, you know what I'm saying? But I think I think it's a whole lot of bitterness with the women, you know what I'm saying, towards the men for not being there because they don't want to be the father and the mother.
Right. And rightly so, ladies. I mean, you have a right to be bitter and upset and even have a degrees of resentment for a period of time. And what we all need to do as brothers is come to you because you're the gatekeeper of our children.
Yes, sir.
We need to bring praise to you, forgiveness. We need to ask you for your forgiveness. But first, we must admit the wrong that we did.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? That starts the healing process right there. So, but like I say, man, life is, I guess this could be our heaven or this could be our hell. You know, it's all about our perspective.
So the truth, so let it be told.
That's it, brother. The truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So getting on this topic of truth, you know, there's so many different types of truth, man. And it really blew my mind when I was researching the truth because I was researching the truth because I did a segment on truth. And now I can understand, well, we talked about what is the truth, but I guess in order to understand the truth, you got to understand a lie.
Come
And
on.
so one of the things I'm going to say right now, because is this, I think and to understand the truth is this, the biggest lie that's usually always told, and again, no harm to you ladies, we love you to death, our queens. I mean, y'all are awesome, you do a great job, but I got to put this on the table because this is the truth, so let it be told.
Come on.
The biggest lie ever told is when a woman show up meeting a guy and she ain't who she is. A lie is operating in falsehood, and you come with these fake eyelashes, you got this weave or this wig on, okay? You got color eyes not yours, nails not yours, you got booty pads in, you got all this fake stuff on you, and then it take him about 10, 12 days later, maybe the next day he roll over in bed and you there, what the fuck? Who the heck? You feel me? So you done told this big old lie, and then what you trying to say, you feel me, dog?
My girl laughing in the background, right? Because, you know what I'm saying, what you see is what you get with her. You know what I'm saying? She ain't never had no fake hair. She been going to the same beautician for God knows how long.
Right,
you know,
right.
At me and so on and so forth, man. She don't wear eyelashes and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because we older, this, that, and the third, man. But I can remember when, you know what I'm saying, like back in the 80s, 90s, you know what I'm saying? If you
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I pushed my first wife, I pushed her in the pool. And the weave, the ponytail weave that she had on came off in the pool. And it's on the corner of the pool. He was like, unbelievable. You know what I'm saying?
Unbelievable.
You know, so, I mean, it used to be laughable back then, man. And like I was saying, man, society's trying to make what's good bad and what's bad good.
Yes, yes.
Our sisters, even our sisters, man, and not only our sisters, and some of us, you know what I'm saying, as well, you know what I'm saying, and proud of who we are.
Right.
We like the cover of that magazine, you know what I'm saying?
Right. But look, let me give you the flip side of that coin that I brought up.
Come on.
Because I talked about how the biggest lie ever told was when the female shows up and she's not who she supposed to be. She is a better version of herself.
Cover to that too, right? You know what I'm saying?
So it's sort of like when you go buy a car, you got to look under the hood because the car could be shiny on the outside, but you open the hood, it ain't nothing in there.
Half the motor missing.
Half the motor missing or it's dirty.
Yeah. I like to wake up next to the individual that I went to sleep with, and
Right.
that's it right there. So I wake up next to the individual I went to sleep with. You can call her what you want to call her, but she's the most beautiful person that I have ever met. You met her, but some of these females, yeah, man, you know, after they take it all off, and I have been there. I mean, you wake up next to them, you know, you be like, what the hell? What the hell?
Was I drunk?
What old girl at? You know what I'm saying?
Who are you, dude? But you know, the flip side of that coin is this. So I was talking to one of my friend girls, and I said, look, we're gonna meet for the first time. I said, look, let's show up all natural.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna show up all natural. You show up all natural. I ain't gonna wear no makeup. Of course, I don't wear makeup. But you know, the statement was, I ain't gonna wear no makeup. You don't wear no makeup. I said, I want to know what I'm getting up front. Don't BS me. Come on, be true to this. Let the truth be told.
Come on now.
So I only had a couple of them in the day show up talking about they got to prepare to get ready and all this. I said, but why are you telling me a lie? Because that's not what I'm gonna have on the back end. Why can't I see it up front?
Hey man, hey Dan, it's like this, man. I mean, really being real. Television, the media, the medium, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the medium.
Those that seem to make the rules, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you get caught up, and I believe a lot of our females are getting caught up in what beauty really is.
Right, right.
And they lost their way from what their mothers had told them what beauty was and what beauty should be. So I think, Dan, and you know, correct me if I'm wrong, you know, a lot of people don't want to be black.
Right.
You know, I mean, because there's so many stigmas behind it. You know what I'm saying? We're the most hated. We're the most this. We're the most that. The black man is the most scariest, and so on and so forth, and that and other. You know what I'm saying? So you try to, you know, I mean, look at Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim was gorgeous, man.
And look what happened to her.
Kind of Michael Jackson.
Same thing. Both were very attractive.
Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying? I ain't into men, but he was cool. Like he was cool, like he was on off the wall. You know what I'm saying? And then when we got the Thriller, you know what I'm saying, we was damn like, who was this dude?
It was a damn thriller, all right.
He's stupid for that.
That was some scary shit, wasn't it?
That's the truth. So
yeah. So let it be told.
Yeah, people, a lot of us are unhappy with ourselves, man, and we think we should make ourselves over, and that's so far from the truth that it's, you know, it's almost, it's like Mike Tyson was like, what's his word he used all the time? What's that Mike Tyson word he used all the time?
I don't know.
It's not incredible. It's this is preposterous or whatever.
Oh yeah, it's a big word.
Yeah, you know, I don't know where he learned it, but he used it often.
That's preposterous.
Whatever it was. I don't think it was that, but yeah,
but I got you.
We just get lost in what society wants us to be, man.
Yeah. Well, you know, man, like I say, our women of color have done awesome jobs.
Word was ludicrous.
Yeah, it's ludicrous. Yeah, but like I'm saying, our queens have done excellent jobs. But you know, and I'm gonna bring this question back again because I want our queens to think about this, because you got to understand right now, you know, the man is out of place. We recognize that. Yeah. And if the man is the head and he was the catalyst, the woman was pulled out of him, and the child pulled out of the woman, and then God created the man, the Most High did, then we got to start looking at some stuff. Because I think it means that if the man is off this much and everything else is off on tilt, you know what I mean? The man not being respected, he don't have no self-image, no self-concept. He don't even know who he is, what his purpose is.
Come on.
You know, and he living with a 21st century woman who talked to him like he one of her kids.
You know, everything's hers.
Everything's hers. So what is his role? Who is he? Who is he? Who is the man? He don't even know. So look, that's why he spreads sperm all over the place, because he don't know who he is. So I'm just gonna drop it like it's hot. Wherever I can find a hole, I'm gonna plant a seed.
Because it make me feel like a man.
Yeah. And so why do we go to women who have less than the woman who disrespects us? Why do we go to women who normally couldn't get an upper level guy like that? So let me tell you why. We go there because she treats us like a king. It don't matter what she look like, it's how she treat us. She make us like a king. She gives us respect. She lets us know that we are the authority. And she makes a man feel needed, because if a man don't feel needed, what's up? We ain't gonna be there if we don't feel needed, right?
No, I mean, why? I mean, I'm wasting my time.
Really, I ain't got no value here, baby. And there's
And
8 billion people on the earth. What man gonna waste his time with one hole?
because beauty is always in the eye of the beholder.
Right.
Beauty is always in the eye of the beholder. So you may meet somebody that ain't, you know what I'm saying, wigged in. I met a girl, man, that had 20 wigs on the wall. She was a different person every day. So, you know, eyelashes and so on and so forth. But that don't make, you know what I'm saying, the woman that is not going according to what the world feel like is beauty less attractive.
I agree.
If it makes you feel like a king, you know what I'm saying, maybe that's where you need to be, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, not only that, if she pushes you to be a king.
Yes. Now that's a deep statement you just made, because behind every great man is a great woman.
Right woman, man.
You know, if we go back to the order, the woman was created to support the man, to help the
Right.
man, to be his helpmate. She's not under the man, she's on the side of the man. You know,
Right.
he gave them both dominion to go conquer, control, and subdue together. And so in a company, he's like the president and she's like the vice president. You know what I mean? But they got similar leadership roles. They're both leaders in that thing. And I think a lot of times us as men, we think women are supposed to be beneath us. They got to submit to me. No, no, no. It don't even say that. The man has to demonstrate everything.
Right on.
He's the first teacher, right?
That's right.
He
Exactly.
got to demonstrate everything. That means you have to be about it. You can't just be talking about it.
Exactly, man. You know, you 100% correct on that. You know, 100% correct on that. I was thinking about, I don't know how much time we got, but even back in the days, man, you know, I mean, everything new was once old. You know what I'm saying? You can
Right.
go Egyptian days where these cats was wearing makeup. You know what I'm saying? Eyeliner, jewelry, earrings, and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? And everything is always repeated. You know. Let me touch bases on something real quick, man. I don't know if we have the time.
Yeah, we got the time.
Our black leaders. You know what I'm saying? We used to have individuals we looked up to as black leaders: Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Jesse Jackson, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Our youth right now, man, and I used to hear my parents say every generation get worse and worse. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't see this generation coming, man, and it's crazy. And I don't understand why it's just our children. Okay, yeah, I know white children. You know what I'm saying? They're going to a school. You know what I'm saying? Every 5 years and shoot it up or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it's us against us, man. You know what I'm saying? It's so much self-hatred. So I believe at the root of the situation, we can't say the tree unless we say the root. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And you just said it, man. You know, I retired from space and defense. And so whenever we had a problem, we went to what was called the root cause action.
Right.
So we take this problem, find out what caused that problem, all the way till we get to the root. And so the root of everything that we're talking about, everything we're dealing with, is about the man being not in his rightful place. The man was created to be a king and to rule over earth.
Come on now.
Okay? And this suppose he said he bringing heaven to earth. People think we're supposed to die and go to heaven. It don't say that anywhere. It said this, he bringing heaven to earth is what he said. See, and again, this is that kingdom principle stuff we talking about.
Oh, now.
You know what I mean? So the man's out of place because the man didn't read the book of instructions. You know?
Yeah.
You know, so like when you're assembling something, right? If you don't assemble it right, you got a few parts left over, and you know it ain't gonna last for long, right?
Even so, you know, they don't read. We don't watch the news. Our youth don't watch the news. You know what I'm saying? Everything has to be microwave. It has to be instant. I want to see a smidgen of this.
News alert.
On. I watch my daughter in the car, you know what I'm saying, just scrolling. I'm talking about like this. She'll listen to a second and scroll. Like you said, you can't judge the book by its cover. You can't just, you know. So
Well, look,
we know what the problem is. We know what the problem is, and I'm glad you're here with the truth. So let it be told. We got to find a solution. You know.
absolutely. Well, you know, anytime I didn't put anything together and I saw that there were instructions and it said read before assembly.
Exactly.
Right?
I can't just look. I put a car together for my daughter one time in a prior relationship back in the day. One of the little buggies, you know what I'm saying, that you ride with the motor in the back, and you know, and I had like 20 screws left over. You know, so needless to say, it only ran for a day. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't read the instructions, like you just saying.
Bruh, look, we did not prepare it the way the manufacturer designed it to be prepared, because every single one of those parts had a particular place for it.
Exactly.
So did it last long, the car?
No, it was a day.
So that's what we call nigger rigging. We nigger rigged it.
Or nigger,
right?
or niggerish.
Nigger rushed it. You know, but so when we're talking about all the problems that we got to deal with on Earth, we're not just talking here, because these problems, we're only 12% of the population, of 13% of the population of people of color. Okay, but there are other group of people, larger populations, and they have similar issues going on. But because we are people of color, we focus on our color. But so this is another question I wanted to ask.
Come on.
Can you get a plum off an orange tree? Can a plum fall off an orange tree?
If it do something wrong.
Okay, so we were talking about everything being microwave. So I'm taking this back. I'm regressing a little bit because, you know, I used to go by Black or African American. Sometimes I go by other. And then I looked at my parents' birth certificates. You know, my father transitioned in February, and I was doing our family genealogy, and I'm looking at the birth certificates, and I see my dad was a Negro.
Right.
So I'm wondering, if my dad's from the Negro tree, how I become a Black or African American? Can you get a plum off an orange tree? No.
Oh.
So I'm Negro. People, look at your parents' birth certificate to see who you are. Nobody can tell you who you are. You got to be the fruit that fell off the tree.
You know, man, I think I looked at my birth certificate. I mean, just because you're talking about that right now, you know. And I actually think mine said Black. But see, you was raised in the South.
Yeah, but what do your parents say? Mine say Black too.
Negro. You're right. It was Negro.
Can you get a Black off a Negro tree?
No, man. I don't think that you can. But I don't know, man. You know what? That might be above my pay grade right there. No. But we talking about it, right?
But in the kingdom, bro, this is your pay grade.
Come on.
In the kingdom, you the king, and this is your pay grade, because the first teacher was the man, and part of being a king. So let's think about colonization. So when a king conquers another territory, he seizes the land and the people and all the assets.
So all them individuals had to practice whatever he's practicing.
Exactly. Whatever his rule is, his religion, his dialect, his music, his speech, that's colonization.
Right. It say that in the Bible, you know what I'm saying? For those that, you know, practice the Bible, they say when, you know, I mean, basically, it's the when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Constantly.
Right. Well, it talks about when you're in the kingdom, you become a new creature.
Right. Or follow the rules of the land.
Right. The rules of the land. When in Rome, do as the Romans. So, you know, and so I say that to say this is that in order to be a king, you got to give edicts, EDICTS, you know, laws, rules, information to people. So, and I'm challenging the brothers that are paying attention to this. And brothers, I don't mean just men of color. I mean the male man, you know, the king man, the king in training man, the prince. You know, I'm challenging everybody. We need to increase our knowledge, because to be at the top, you got to have knowledge to pass down to your kingdom. You know, one of the reasons we were talking about this earlier about boys being raised up in female families, losing your identity, don't know your purpose, don't know your worth, don't know your concept, and being treated like you're a kid and being disrespected all the time. You
Right.
know, you're living in a house with a woman and the kids calling you by your first name. Y'all been together 5 years. They know who you are, but they
Right.
still calling you Harry.
Right. So, and even I've experienced that, you know what I'm saying? But I've experienced the opposite, where, individuals like, what's up, pops, or whatever,
Right.
I think you're right about that, you know what I'm saying? There should be some structure if you have been in a relationship at least over a year, you know what I'm saying? And then, I don't know, but the world feels differently, that ain't my daddy.
Right.
And
I feel you.
somebody,
Well,
you
but they
know,
don't know who their daddy is. So why don't you take the daddy that's available?
if I'm paying the
Can
bills,
I be your daddy?
you know what I'm saying? I'm your daddy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mistreating you. I'm buying your clothes, you
Right.
know. But yeah, man. And it's crazy. It's crazy, Dino, man. That especially
Well, go
we got to
back a
still
few
like
seconds because you was on mute. When you get a call coming in, you go on mute. We don't hear you. So go back a few seconds.
I say I'm glad you started this podcast so we can get to the root. And I followed you, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm in out here like all the time. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm here like all on everything that, you know what I'm saying. But
Right.
I'll be busy. I'll be at work. I'm scrolling through. I might get a call. I'm proud of you, man. I'm really proud of you. Not only you, there's other brothers out there, you know what I'm saying? You can get your various, my grandmother used to tell me, she said, eat the meat and spit out the bone. You know what I'm saying? Eat the
Sure.
meat, spit out the bone so that you won't choke on, some of the BS that's out there,
That's right. There's a lot of it out there. But you know,
And
in turn, brother, look,
I,
you know,
I, I even asked you first, cuz I said, my cousin fits do this, what was that and the other, you know what I'm saying? My mama, your cousin Betty Ann, she was like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never heard nothing bad about Dina. I said, there it is there. So letting everybody know that's listening, you know what I'm saying, that you got a real one out there, you know what I'm saying, support his channel, you know what I'm saying, support you.
you
As
know,
for, go ahead.
and I appreciate that, man. But I'm gonna say this. You know, I may be the one that initiated this channel, but this the people's channel.
Come
You
on
know,
now.
the truth, so let it be told. Look, this is me, you, us, all of us together in this. This ain't just me.
It's
Look, I may be
our law.
facilitating this, but I cannot make this work. He can't make this work without you.
And
You
you
know, I need you to
all the
get
time.
in.
Can't be right all the time, nor can the people be right all the time. We trying to meet at a happy medium, you know?
Absolutely. And that's why, you know, like I say, we live in this microwave world. So since you're in the microwave world, I need you to press the start button on your microwave. And that start button going to be
Ah,
hitting that comment.
that star button, man, hit my boy up.
Right. Get the
Hey,
comments
oh,
going. Let's get some follow. Get subscribing. We on YouTube.
come
We
on.
on TikTok. We on Instagram. We on Facebook. Look, we got some economic things that we gonna do to change the way that we operate. You know what I mean? We economically we at the bottom of the totem pole. You know, socially we at the bottom of the totem pole. No,
But look. But everybody want our dollar. Come on now.
everybody want, and that's what this whole thing is
Like,
about. Right now, we just having conversation, building up viewership, subscribership. But there's a method to this madness.
come on
Look,
now. Come on.
kings take kingdoms.
Come on.
We look, man. We of warrior descent. Okay, ain't no cowards here.
None. None.
None,
It's fight or flight, and we mostly fight.
bruh. So you know, like I say, you know, we coming to the close of the segment.
Other though, yeah, that
But
part.
look, I'm gonna say this. Look, we love everybody, and my brothers out there and my sisters, and to you too, directly, Derrick. I'm so proud of you, my brother.
Yeah, man.
Outlaw Bandit Globe, I'm proud of you, my brother, and I love you, man.
Let me say this. You know, the truth, so let it be told. This is my cousins, but the book can be found on any of the
On
sites.
Yeah, and you can get it from dantateteam.com.
Come
Or
on,
no, I'm sorry, it's truthbetold.tv.
there you go. Truth,
Any platform or truthbetold.tv.
yes,
So
sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, man, and I thank you, man. I thank you, you know what I'm saying, that I'm your first guest. I know that, you know what I'm saying, your podcast is going to be a success. I'm telling people about it right now. I'm sure other people are going to tell people about it, man. You know what I'm saying? And much blessings to you, man.
Look, bro, we in this together, man.
Oh,
And
I'll see you in November. Don't
yeah,
forget.
yeah, y'all already got you covered, bro. Come on down. Look, got a spot for you, everything. Y'all coming home for a moment.
That's,
So, but look, everybody, so look, the goal is each one help one. You know what I mean? We're looking out for each other.
yes,
We're
sir.
starting to circulate our money in our community.
Come
And
on.
so step one in this whole economic process is that since our money is only in our community for 6 hours,
Come on.
all we want to do for one day is to keep it in our community for 24 hours.
Come on, man. How
And
hard?
let's do it like this. Let me give you a venue. Let's purchase this book right here. The Truth So Let It Be Told by Derrick Spivey. Let's circulate our dollars. Okay, and everybody buy this book and read this book and support this brother who was incarcerated for over 22 years of his life. And he's come out here as a creator. Not only does he have this book, he's got plays, and we're gonna even do a movie.
Yes,
So
sir.
look,
That's the main. That's the main focus, man. We just sent dialogue out to various venues. You know what I'm saying? And BT, Steve Harvey, them, and so on and so forth. We just all we need is a door to crack. We'll put our foot in it.
right. I
You
tell
know?
you one, y'all producers better get us while we small. Because we're gonna
Right.
come back in and conquer, control, and
Yeah.
subdue this entire market. Tyler
Wait.
Perry ain't got nothing on what we gonna do. What? But look, like I say, it's been some nice dog, bro. And all my queens out there, you know, I want to let you know that we have no harsh feelings for you. We just
No.
trying to keep it 100, you know. So I was even telling the story how, you know, when you get a phone call from one of your female friends and she say, you've been thinking about me, and I say no. And she said, no, what do you mean you ain't thinking about me? I'm working, I'm doing something. You know, and say, so they get upset. But if the phone would have rang and say, hey, you thinking of me? And I say, yeah. So now you're telling me you like it when I lie, because when I lie to you, it make you feel good, don't it?
Oh, I mean, you know, you can't. What you say? You can't handle the truth.
You can't handle the truth. And that's exactly what I'm saying. Are you forcing us to lie to you because it makes you feel good?
Right.
Because when we tell you the truth, you tell us the truth is a lie. You don't even believe the truth half the time.
I mean,
So
even when my woman cook a meal, you know what I'm saying? She say how it tastes, baby. I'll say it's all right. Or if it's good, it's good. You know what I'm saying? But if I keep lying, I gotta keep eating bad meals.
right. So man, I don't know if the truth is a lie, waiting to advance to become the truth, or
Huh?
what.
Stay back there? Not for real.
But look, folks, our listening audience, I need you to tell your people, baby. You know, tell your friends, your brothers, your sisters, tell your male friend, you know what I mean, your female friend, tell the man, tell the woke man, you know what I mean? You know some queens, you know some kings. Let's get everybody involved. Let's support this show. Let's take it to another level. You know, we're trying to do some great things for the community. Look, we coming out here, you know, like some professionals. We not out here just fucking lollygagging. We bringing the smoke, baby.
Bring the smoke.
So look, Derrick, I appreciate you. This is Double O Black, the truth to let it be told. And the other end is Outlaw Bandit Lope from Oak Town, living in Georgia.
Come
All right,
on.
we're going to see y'all at the top because the bottom is too damn crowded.
Oh, peace.
You know he's got your back. You ready? Upper level conversations for kings and queens. Songs for meditation and better understanding. The truth. The more you listen, the more you learn. The truth, so let it be told.
Salute. You know what?
That's all I got to do.